Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am the founder of the Body and Soul Sanctuary. Um, Began my work as a somatic transformation coach, and then went through my own deep and profound initiation of medical injury that led to near death and an autoimmune condition called dysautonomia, and used my skills in somatics along with a whole slew of other rewilding and regenerative medicine skills to take my health back into my own hands and turn around the process of degeneration towards organ failure. And what I discovered in the process is that uh, when we really take our healing into our own hands, there's more that happens than simply recovering and restoring the physical tissues of the body. There's a kind of awakening that really happens, a kind of turning on of certain skills of empowerment that were previously not there before, a learning how to actually work with epigenetics and neuroplasticity to take things, whether it be illness in the genetics or whether it be ancestral trauma, and actually have choice around which of those things come on and off in the genes, to have choice around whether we're going to let our life be trapped by them or whether we're actually going to learn how to work with our body and our system to alchemize and transmute those patterns and have a lot more agency in our life. So what I found was that the journey of healing my body was also a journey of waking up to my profound creative power to change my relationships, to change my work, to change my finances, to change my inner peace, to change my relationship with myself, my personality in many ways. I became a whole new person due to the experience. And so the Body and Soul Sanctuary really comes from the combination of my professional training in neuroplasticity and somatic transformation, and all of the things that I learned also in terms of lifestyle, nutrition, and rewilding practices like ancestral medicine practices, and the like sort of personal spiritual awakening journey that I went through, all combined in a classroom experience, a live coaching experience, including live meditations that are deep journeys into learning the skills that were the ones that changed and saved my life, and including my one-to-one coaching, which are these beautiful deep dives in which you get to have deep resets of your neuroplasticity, of your nervous system, that are felt and integrate into your life and have a ripple effect on everything in your life. So I want to just show you a quick tour of our classroom. Let me just share the screen here. So you can see that we are actually using the school platform, which is a wonderful way to have everything compacted in one place that's unique to us, that doesn't have ads. It's not available to everyone like Facebook. It's a private group that you'll get invited into if you join the membership. On this page, we have everything that we've ever posted in terms of resources and recordings and questions and discussion threads. And there's a way to get in touch with all of that, which you'll learn about in your onboarding if you join us. We also have a classroom that will take us through the phases of metamorphosis, which is the journey of the 12 steps that I have mapped out for undertaking the journey of deep and body transformation. And each of the classrooms has several folders in which there are lessons, video lessons, some also additional resources for you that in the form of podcasts and other learning materials that I have been gathering. I have so much that I have gathered, that I have spent so many hours gathering for my own sake and for the sake of my clients, and I'm really excited to have a place to put it all. This will be building out more and more in the years to come so that members can have access to these resources. We have a calendar where the Zoom links are for our live sessions. We meet every week. This is an opportunity where you can get laser coaching in a group, or we can do group work. we'll do some learning lessons, we'll do our meditation time, and it's also something that's evolving. So as needs arise, we can spend the time addressing different things that are relevant as a kind of life classroom experience for those who are part of our membership. So that is just a little peek into that. There is a free community that will be coming soon, and probably by the time you see this, it might already be available. Please join it. There's no payment or obligation, but it's a way that you can get a taste of basically, occasionally I will hold free events that are open to that group, just to open up the space for little taster experiences. And that'll be a nice way to kind of also start to getting to meet people. I'll probably put a few little videos or resources on there as well as a gift to you to get you started in your process before you join us in the membership community. So I should also say that I especially really love working with sensitives. That could be in the form of people who are dealing with neurosensitivity, like physical sensory experiences, or if you think of yourself more as a sensitive in terms of emotional or energetic. There's a core concept in this work, which is that when we begin to tap into the things that we're sensitive or that are challenging to us, that could even be physical symptoms if you're struggling with a physical illness or injury, including a head trauma, whatever that might be. I have members who are all across the board from physical symptomology to the emotional and mental symptomology presenting more obviously or acutely. Often there's intersections in the relational world, like what's happening in terms of relationship trauma, and also what's happening in terms of trust in the body and the body's ability to heal or to find equilibrium. Trust in self is a core concept. So all of this to say that when we learn to work with the body, when we learn to support the body and the nervous system and nourish and give the resources needed, there's an evolutionary impulse for healing that just emerges. And in this work, what we're doing is helping free up that space to start to allow the body to give us those messages. And eventually what happens is your meaningful life, your sense of purpose, your sense of freedom, your sense of trust in yourself and life, your sense of confidence and energy, all of this starts to return when your body and psyche and nervous system are unburdened. And so this does take a lot of work. This is why we do it in a year-long container. Most of my clients, it takes 2 to 3 years to really get those bigger changes, because I'm supporting people from a place of pretty severe chronic challenge. If you're not in as severe of a place, you might have quite big breakthroughs just in the first year. But at least a year is a really important to try to commit to such a process in order to start to let the regularity and the rhythmicity and the regulation and the support and the holding needed for your system to feel safe enough to begin to shed and release some of these things and to begin to actually transform, and to feel that it's truly possible to start to take shape. So I welcome you to join us in the free community to check it out. Next step is reaching out to me for either a 20-minute free discovery call, or if you're ready to dive in, you can start right away with our 45-minute metamorphosis mapping session, in which we'll actually really dig in and get into what your goals are and get started on your process.